Ladies and gentlemen, we're reporters here in New York City. We have Osita Ebiem, columnist for various agencies, also writes for Republic Reporters. He's here in New York City. We are lucky to have him. He's talking, we are pleased to have him to speak to us this evening. Mr. Ebiem, Osita Ebiem, good evening, sir. How are you doing?
Good.
We're happy to have you. We're seeing for the first time, and you're on camera, basically, talking to us. So we are really excited. We heard that you moved into New York. Is that correct? That you moved into New York?
Yeah, I'm currently in New York.
Well, when was that, sir? When did you arrive to New York?
Just about the tail end of last year.
So what brought you to New York?
I'm here to stay. I have business here.
Businesses, listen, man, he has the businesses to address, and he's here. Mr. Ebiem, you've been a ferocious writer, and people have been reading you, and people have been responding to your articles. At one point, you said that Nigeria is a lie. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by Nigeria being a lie is because Nigeria is founded on lies. The 1914, as Professor Connor said, is basically the formulation of a foreign power which denies the indigenous people their freedom and independence. They were forcefully their sovereignty was forcefully taken away from them by the foreign powers, and that is why Nigeria is a lie. It's not founded on the realities on the ground.
You are calling for its dissolution. How do you go about dissolving Nigeria? Because it's not functioning right now. Things are collapsing left and right. How do you dissolve it? What do you do? What are your friends doing? What are that Odu doing? Boko Haram is bombing. What are you people doing as to how to dissolve it?
Nigeria is a failed state. There is no doubt about it. Nobody is contesting that right now.
Okay.
The best thing for a failed state is to dissolve it. And the Biafrans are fighting for independence through self-determination. They have several groups who are fighting to be free, to free the Biafran people and Biafran land from the bondage of one Nigeria. So some groups are going through non-violence, but for the fact that a lot of violence is being visited on them, the bombings in the various places of worship, those people killed in those places are Igbo people, Biafrans, and the people are being pushed to the wall. And in no distant time, there is no doubt they are going to resort to violence. But it will be good if the Nigerian government and the rest of the world can come up with peaceful solution to Nigeria's problem.
Sir, if I may ask you, do you think that Biafra is better than Nigeria in 60s compared to now? I mean, let me I don't know if I made myself clear. Do you think Biafra is better than what they call Nigeria as presently constituted? We heard that Biafra had their things were functioning, the light was running, water was running, they had good road. Even when they were being bombed 24/7, their light was still shining. So comparing that to what you have in what is called Nigeria, do you think that the free Biafra is better than what you call Nigeria? What do you think?
Wow. Yeah. That was in the 1960s,
yes.
When Biafra first became free, and for a few years they were free. They had all the utilities running efficiently. What makes a society to function is the management, the people that run the place. So we are not comparing Nigeria and Biafra.
Why not?
Because there are different parameters. for the societies. For the
What are the parameters? You want to tell us the parameters? What are the parameters?
Because there are two different societies.
Okay.
So that is basically what it is.
So there's no comparison whatsoever.
Yeah, we are not competing. When we are asking for freedom and independence for the Biafran people, it's not because we want to compete with Nigeria. No, we just want to be free for freedom's sake.
Yeah, but I don't know if the world economy Nigeria is dissolved, but eventually we compete with our neighboring states, and that might help them to develop effectively. So there might be some element of competition. If you want to put them down, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yes, we are not going to compete.
Peaceful competition.
We are not going into any competition with any other society.
How are you going to run Biafra state if you get your independence?
Well,
the structuring, the resources. How are you going to manage it?
There will be people who will run every department of the Biafran society, and it's a very wide question you're asking.
No, I mean,
so definitely there are people who are competent in every field who are going to run every aspect of the Biafran society.
So that means once the Biafran get their freedom, they'll be running. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Structures are in place already.
You have your constitution?
We have all the structures that will make Biafra function efficiently. So there is no doubt about
that whatsoever. Biafrans watching around the world, and Nigerians and Africans and Americans and British, whoever watching this, what do you want to tell them about Biafra? And where do you go from here? Is there any specific message you want to, that you want to address? Any issue that you want to address on your own?
Yeah, I want to make one passing comment on the issue of resource control.
Okay, resource control.
Probably it is for the benefit of maybe the BBOs, the JAWs, and the rest people around the Igbo society. We want to make it plain that the Biafra we are fighting for, the resources, the natural resources within Biafra land will belong to whoever that has the land. The Biafran government is not interested or will not control any resources within its or within her territory. Whether it's oil, whether it's gas, whether it's gold, whether it's anything,
whatever it is.
Whatever natural resources that are within Nigeria, that are within Biafra, will be controlled by whoever that has the land. If the land belongs to a particular community, it belongs to them. If it belongs to a particular family, it belongs to them. Biafra will only function based on collection of taxes. Individuals and corporate bodies will pay taxes to the government. So there is no fear in terms of anybody thinking that we are fighting for Biafra in order to maybe take control anybody's resources. So I want to lay that to rest.
Okay.
Because our society has existed for 6,000 years.
Before
those people came, and people owned their land. Even shell company had to go to people to buy lands in order to drill. So even if though Juku, no land was confiscated.
No land was confiscated?
From any person.
Okay.
It's on record. Juku never confiscated any land from any person. Because we are busy fighting, executing the war.
Absolutely. Secure the land. Thank you, Professor. Osita, I was going to look at, many of your articles are very explosive. You write a lot of explosive articles. Sometimes people get aggressive or antagonistic as to right. How do you feel about people antagonizing you for your articles?
Okay. Sure, it's natural.
I mean, they're seeing you now, and you're talking. How do you want to address your readers?
Yeah.
Your articles.
First of all, I have to thank the people who take their time to read the articles I write. I appreciate their time. But the point is that everything I have ever written nothing personal about them. I don't have any personal grudge about anything or for anybody. So I am objective in my writings. I try to be objective, and so I don't see anybody getting angry because the truth is told. And as I have stated, there is nothing personal about that.
Nothing personal about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Republic reporters here in New York City, here at 2nd Avenue, Nigerian Mission. We have Osita Ebiem, he's right here talking to us. And we are excited he moved into New York, so we are excited to have a team here. Osita, one more thing. Anambra State, there's a medical professionals going on demo protests. They've not been paid, they're complaining. In Lagos, people are protesting, they've not been paid. Back home, some of the states in the former Biafran territory have not been paid. How do you think that these people who are now cannot pay, can pay under Biafra? How does that work? They can't pay now. How are we sure they can be able to run their own society? The same leaders, are we going to see a new emerging leaders, or won't it be the same continuation of those who control the resources? What do you think?
Yeah, leaders arise from structures, state structures. So it is not the people per se that are the problem. The problem is the structure. So if we have the right structures in place, which is what we are asking for, if the place is split up into the areas,
different states,
where people are, familiar with their culture, the structures are based out of the culture of the people, things will function, because there is no way anybody will manage resources well if they are not conscious, or if they are not running from the people's culture, the people's way of life. It is the people's way of life that decide efficiency. A society will only run if they are founded, if the society is founded on the people's consciousness, the people's culture.
Right.
So Nigeria is not functioning because it's like a fish out of water. None of the people peoples within Nigeria can identify with their cultures. That is why they have problems. So we are asking for societies that will be based out of the people's cultures, the people's way of life. It is when people are taken out of their way of life, they tend to be lost, so they protest. Probably unconsciously, they don't know that they are fighting because they are uprooted from their culture. So culture is the basics for a state to function properly.
Culture is one.
Yeah, culture.
Restructuring, resource control is another. How about education? We need education. Does that make sense?
Education is culture.
Okay, it's a culture as well.
Education is culture.
Okay, yes. All right.
The problem, the root problem of the whole of African society, the Black Africa, is culture.
Going back to their roots.
Yes.
Not foreign, not foreign intervention.
Not necessarily foreign intervention. They have to relate with
right, other nations, whatever.
But you have to be. The society has to be founded within their native cultures.
Yeah, but people are saying that nationalism is the key for nation building. not imposition of foreign culture or imposition of foreign interventionism. Okay, so nationalism is the only way. Like Japan, they believe in nationalism. Americans believe in nationalism. Americans love America. People want a nation that they can love and call their country. Today, some people are ashamed to answer Nigeria. Nobody wants to answer Nigeria anymore. There's that shame that happens when there's no nationalism and patriotism. But if there's a patriotism and nationalism, if you want to put them that way, people will love their country and the right to the occasion to defend their own land. So do you foresee that happening in upcoming Republic of Biafra? What do you think? Nationalism.
Nationalism or patriotism arises out of national consciousness.
Okay.
And Nigeria has no national consciousness because it is made up of diverse societies that have no they have no familiarity, they have
position.
No commitment. Basically, nobody commits in it. Nobody loves it.
It's not really.
They're only there to loot. Basically, that's what people are saying. That's a lot of comments. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's not really. It is the issue of the diversities of cultures that are within the Nigerian society. They have no way of merging to become one. You can only get to the level of national consciousness when you have a communal or well assimilated cultural integration. When people have culturally integrated, but cultural integration does not happen overnight, and nobody is ready to wait for the next 500 years in order for Nigeria to become integrated. Nigeria will only integrate into maybe a unified society maybe in the next 500 to 1,000 years. And that is
it's a long time.
We can't wait.
We can't wait.
The people cannot wait for that length of time.
Yeah, you sounded like Martin Luther King. We can't wait.
No.
Yeah, you sound like you can't wait. You want the freedom now. That's what you say.
Yeah, that's
what I mean. That's what you can't wait.
Yeah, the Biafrans are saying they can't wait for that length of time.
Okay.
They want freedom now.
How do you get it? You want it? How do you get it? Go and get it. How do you get it?
How to get freedom? There are several ways to get freedom.
Okay, how do you get it?
And Biafrans are working on getting their freedom.
You want to share some of the methods that you people are using to?
Definitely, I'm not the only one who is fighting for Biafra.
You have any? You want to share one that you know one of the methods that you people are using? I know you're not the only Biafran.
Self-determination. Some people are applying the principle of self-determination.
Okay.
Just like the same thing, what the Biafrans and the other societies within Nigeria are asking for is the same thing that happened in recently, 2011, between Southern Sudan and Sudan. Right. So
Kosovo has split. How about Kosovo? All those areas. Serbia, former Yugoslavia.
Yeah, the same.
Former Soviet Union.
Former Soviet Union collapsed. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Clever.
They can learn from those societies as well.
And advance and do it peacefully.
And they live peacefully right now. Yeah?
Yeah.
Former USSR.
Yes.
Even Quebec is asking for independence. Yeah. Quebec is French speaking in Canada.
Yeah, actually,
and they're free. In fact, Scotland in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, so
Scotland is actually, they go for a referendum. And they're begging them to say, they say no. They can't wait. Yeah. Okay, how about Scotland? They're also seeking their own independence from what they call United Kingdom.
So if ours can go the Scottish way, that's even,
well, this is the era of self-determination, freedom. And the Biafrans are just doing what other people are doing
around the world.
And they are entitled to it.
Are they just doing it because other people are doing it, or they're entitled to it?
They are doing it because they are oppressed.
Okay.
because they are subjugated in Nigeria, and because they want to be free, even for freedom's sake. They don't have to have a reason other than that they want to be free. They want to be independent. They don't want to belong to Nigeria. They want to be separate from the other group of people in Nigeria.
What I'm hearing is that we were free even before the amalgamation of 1914. That our society was free. They govern themselves. Is that correct?
We just want to be free now. We are talking of today.
Okay, today. Okay.
Today,
yeah, making references.
Whatever that happened in the past, what we are concerned about is that we want freedom now.
Okay. All right.
Our children are not going to be subjected to the same situation we are subjected to today.
In the past?
Yeah. No, today.
Oh, today they're in mortgage, okay.
So we want to be free, and we want to win the freedom for the coming generation of our people.
Anything else, Ebiem, anything else you want to tell the public who are watching and listening, or will be listening to you tonight? Anything else you want to share?
People should assert their freedom. People should demand for their freedom. I'm talking of all the people within Nigeria. It's not just Biafrans that are suffering. The rest people within Nigeria are suffering. And one Nigeria should be broken up. There is no point for one Nigeria.
Yeah, you mentioned that one Nigeria is the problem of Nigeria. You mentioned in one of your articles, you said that one Nigeria is the problem of Nigeria.
Not only that, they don't look at that, what the leaders there have even said in context. Somebody like, Awolo, Abofemi Awolo, Chief Abofemi Awolo.
Right.
I mean, he called Nigeria a mere geographic expression. Sir Ahmadu Bello called Nigeria, the mistake of 1914. These are leaders that went through those systems. Even Abubakar himself, all of them have said so. Even Gowon himself. And all these things are public records. So those leaders should rise up to the occasion and dissolve the place peacefully.
Thank you. Yes, Ebiem?
Yes.
What else? Anything else? That's it.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Republic reporters here in New York City, 2nd Avenue, Nigerian mission to the United Nations, talking to Osita Ebiem. We are so glad to hear him. Thank you, sir, for coming to us, talking to us tonight. We really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
We hope to talk to you more often. Even Professor Akano, we're glad to see you fleeing from California. Visiting us here in New York City. We are deeply grateful to have you. Please, you guys. We are grateful to have you, and possibly a lot of commentators think that you are doing a great job. Please continue what you're doing to assert your freedom. People, those who are watching, all they're saying is assert your freedom. Claim it. It belongs to you. It's a God-given right to be free. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us this.
Thank you, my brother.